This is Training My Tree Monitors, Part 7, The Ladder. Just to be clear here, this is all about behavioral conditioning. The ladder is not important, it's just what I used. Goal here is to imprint "come to me" on the animal. And you do that by getting him to come to you a bunch. If you have been using injection points and have been noticing your acceptance rate rising, you are already applying this conditioning. You want to be using your cues during these offers as well so that the animal starts to associate the cue with "come to me." This should happen naturally over time since they are in the process of coming to you every time they are hearing it. So the videos we're going to be looking at are going to be from April through June. Again, I was back at work at this time, so I was mostly only working with these guys on the weekends. Took me about this long to refine the ladder game down to the 5 to 10 second process that it became. So this first clip's going to be from April, and you're going to see I still don't know exactly what I'm doing with the ladder. So you can see here it starts with Ajax asking to come out.
Where do you want to go?
So at this time I was just putting him on there and letting him play around. And then I was probably just trying to coax him to come off of it to me. Over time in these clips, you're going to see a lot of junk start appearing in the living room because I'm preparing to build the large enclosure. And then you're going to see Ajax on the entertainment center a lot because he figured out how to climb up on that junk to get onto it. Remember how Ajax was always trying to get to the part of the room just to the right of what you're seeing now?
You're going to go over here, don't you?
Well, once I finally barricaded the entrance to the laundry room, Ajax could now get to that area and explore it. Then he figured out how to get onto the entertainment center, and since he had never been on there before, he kept making his way back there so that he could fully explore it. So when you start seeing him there, that's why.
Come on, Ajax.
So in the beginning, I was just fumbling about with various cues, trying to coax him off the ladder to me.
Come on.
And he just continued to play around on it.
Yeah, you're done. Come on, Ajax. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good boy.
You can see here, once he does come to me, I would take him straight to the Ackie enclosure. I wasn't just putting him on the ladder over and over. It was usually just a quick stop every time he came out. But there were other times where I would get him to come to me in the room and then take him back to the ladder. This is Ajax all zoomied out when he sees me for the first time in the morning.
Good morning.
These guys are social. They get something out of this.
Come on. There you go. There you go.
So here I am sat at my computer desk, and I notice Ajax is over here on the chair. Pretty sure I've shared other chair clips, but this is a different one.
What are you doing?
This is before he's been through a lot of ladder conditioning.
You gonna come up here?
This is all just for me working with him in the room using injection points.
See me?
And of course because of the freedom I gave them.
You gonna climb up here? Oh, look at you.
I'm beginning to be seen as a tool they can use, and not something that's always in control of them.
Hey. Good boy.
Here's Ajax asking to come out. Sometimes I would do what you see here, where I'm just going to open the door and let him come out.
Come on. There you go. Where are you going to go to there?
Again, I think this illusion of freedom that I gave these guys is a big part of what's going on here with them. How they trust me so much.
Oh. That scare you? What was that? Come on.
Bit of an offer with a cue.
Come on. You don't want to come up? There you go. There you go.
So this is one of those times I took him to the ladder.
Of course you do. There you go. You want to do a jump? 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 Come on, do a jump. Do a jump. Come on, do a jump. Oh, that's a no jump.
So you can see here, he just really likes playing on this thing. That's why it worked so well.
Oh, you want to get top ropes. You want to do top rope?
And again, this is early days. I got this refined to like a 5 to 10 second process right when he comes out of the enclosure on his way to the Ackie enclosure.
Hey, Jax. Come on. Top rope it. Top rope it. Oh, come on. Come on.
More cues.
Good boy.
The more you use those at earlier stages, the faster it's going to work here on the ladder. Here he is just playing around on it. I'm not talking to him at all. If I had to guess, this is just me watching him assess his options. So at the time, I had a pretty good idea of how it was all working, but I was never fully sure. So I was always studying them. You can see here, he can easily get off the top of the ladder. He always has a choice in the matter of what he wants to do while he's on this ladder. He does not need to come to me. Right here, I think he's considering jumping to that chair. And again, I haven't said a word to him since he's been on here. Now watch this. Immediate reaction.
You want to come out?
Again, these guys are still coming out of their own free volition.
Go on.
I'm always maintaining the earlier stages of this. This is an easy way to give them a little bit of freedom, but not too much. Let them out onto the top of the enclosure. So we're only a couple weeks into this ladder jump conditioning, but I'm already curious if I can use it elsewhere. And here it's clear that I can.
That's a nice jump. Hey, Jax. Come on.
You can see here at first he's going to refuse this offer. Again, these guys are strong-willed and I do not have control over them. I just figured out ways to make them make the choice to come to me. I'm never forcing them or handling them in any way. Watch how he just rides on my wrist here because I'm making the ride so comfortable and level for him.
You want to do a jump?
So you can see here, he's already starting to figure this ladder out. He knows what we're doing here now.
Hey, Jax. Jaxy boy. Yeah, come on. Do a jump.
Again, this still isn't even streamlined. I'm just showing you all these examples to show you how I basically fumbled through this and it still worked.
Come on.
Just going to try and get some quick examples of me using cues.
Come on. Good boy.
So this is one of the rare times that I did put him on the ladder over and over, and it was because he kept walking on my shoulder towards it. Again, these guys let you know where they're trying to go.
Jump again. Oh, you like making jumps. Do it again.
And this day, for some reason, he just wanted to do jumps over and over.
You're goofy. You're goofy.
And then see, now he's going to indicate that he wants to go to the Ackie enclosure.
You want to go over there?
I mean, it's real easy. If he doesn't come down your arm, he no longer wants to go there. And then they will pace on your shoulder in the direction they are trying to go.
There you go.
This is a big part of imprinting come to me. If you are always taking them where they are telling you they want to go, they will be more inclined to use you as a ride to get around the room, and so more likely to take your offers.
Come here.
So I moved that flashlight there because I thought he would knock it over and get spooked, but then he literally just chased my arm down after that.
There you go.
And there's days or weeks happening between these clips. I'm not going to be giving all the dates in this video here.
You want to do a jump? You want to do a jump? Oh, you want to do a jump, don't you? Oh, you want to do a jump?
Again, you can see here my use of the ladder at this time is pretty casual. It's just he goes on there and I may or may not attempt to coax him off.
Going all the way up. You're gonna go down. Go on, go down.
Again, at each stage of this process, the animal always had a choice in interacting with me.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're gonna jump. Oh. You climbed on the camera.
So now we're going to see what the process looks like when it's a bit more streamlined. This is when I started refining it down. And again, Kale never showed any interest in the ladder, so he's not going to be in this video a lot. But I am still working with him in other ways.
All right. Look, you both can't come out at the same time because it's a pain in the ass. So someone fuck off, and I'll let the other one out.
But yeah, this is another example of how excited these guys get about interactions once you start working with them in the way that I'm working with them. It's like this all the time.
Good boy. Come on.
So here's the process. They ask to come out, you let them out. Take them immediately to the ladder and drop them off. Then want to move immediately to the other side and be ready for them.
Jump. Oh, there you go. There you go. You know what's up. You know what's up.
In the beginning, ideally, you want to be using your cues. Once they're pretty much conditioned, you don't really need to use the cues so much, and then you want to save those for instances where you really need them to come to you. So he was only on there for around 30 seconds before he jumped to me. Over time, as he gets used to it, every time he comes out, you take him to the ladder, you get this down to like 10, 15 seconds tops. So that's a very quick behavioral rep that you can do over and over and always be successful. It's very easy. And then take them to their favorite place. Here we are with another chair clip. These are some of my favorites because he actually climbs to get up to me.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And here he refuses my hand and jumps directly onto my chest.
Oh, climbing up my chest.
Again, they are very independent. I do not control these guys. And then from there, I let him get back on the ladder. Watch as he reassesses his options at each injection point on either side of the rung. There. There. And there. I'm not making this up. This is how this works, and it works. And then I take him back to the enclosure. Also, I just want to point out that even returning them to the enclosure is their decision. If Ajax doesn't hop off, I bring him back out and go find something else before returning him. But he does climb in here. So here's Ajax on the entertainment center.
Ajax is fascinated with Chester.
So this means he's already figured out how to climb all the junk in my living room to get up onto here.
Deciding that it would be a good den for him.
I'll probably release a longer video of this day, but basically, Ajax tried to sleep inside this thing.
I have a feeling he's going to go in there and try to go to sleep.
Here he is on another roam, and he's up there again. Again, by now he had explored everything in my living room except for this one area because I was always stopping him from getting over here. So now that he can get up here, he wants to explore it to its fullest, and I just let him, because I know from experience that if I just leave him alone and let him explore it, he won't be as interested in it anymore. These guys are driven by their curiosity. Here's a bit of a streamlined jump. Ajax runs over. He's watching. He's waiting for me. He was on it maybe 10 seconds. And then straight to the Ackie enclosure. So this is the final streamlined clip I'm going to show you. It's going to be Cradle-to-grave, so I'm just going to let it play. So here's Ajax asking to come out.
Okay.
Here you can see Ajax anticipates it.
Gonna do a jump. Okay, you're already ready for it. Ready for it.
He was on there like 6 seconds.
Boy.
Then I immediately take him to the Ackie enclosure.
There you go.
The more you streamline this process down, the better it works. Use your cues.
Come on.
Get in the reps.
There you go.
And always combine it with taking them to their favorite place. The more success you have with this, the more you can use it anywhere. This is likely the last video in this series as there's not much left to tell. I haven't left anything out. I hope that from watching this series it's clear that I was never after a lizard that jumps to me. I just wanted a way to safely bring them out into my living room while still maintaining some form of control. I tried to always respect their independence and ensured every interaction was their choice. These animals are always in control of any contact between us, even going back as far as our first interactions. They only come out when they ask, and I give them free roam of my living room. Each step in this process matters, and it's what got me to where I am now. If I had to summarize this process, it would be something like desensitize them to your presence, bait them into some form of initial contact, continually escalate this contact using interactions that require them to climb you, grant them some form of freedom, practice your offering while they are free, and then refine whatever behavioral conditioning you are using to control them until it's as short as possible and as successful as possible. Now, I don't know what the effect of desensitizing them to my touch would have had on this process, whether it would have strengthened or hindered it. I was able to accomplish all this without ever touching them. To this day, I still refrain from any type of handling or touching them outside of a few chin rubs here and there they have both received over the last year. But you don't have to do this the way that I did. Feel free to use and not use anything I have provided here. If you have any questions or would like any deeper explanations on specific things, feel free to comment. These guys have consumed the last year of my life, and I love nothing more than talking about them. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this.
Look at this dude. What are you staring at? You wanna come out? Is that what it is? Oh, you staring at me? Alright. One. Good boy.